Good morning. Hi, come on in. I am Sharon from Sharon Shed Signs and Designs, and I am happy to be here on Decoupage Central's page on my Thursday morning time slot. I am getting us brought up so that I can make sure everything's lined up okay, that you can see everything. I wouldn't have had to have shot through my rear camera today because I'm not using any text, but where is this? But I went ahead and did it anyway. So give me a second. I'm not seeing my live on the, I can see it on Decoupage Central's page. So hi everybody there. I cannot yet see it on my page. So hang on. I'll have it in a sec, hopefully. It shows I'm live. There I am. Whew. I was like, what the heck is going on? Say good morning. Hi, Carol. How are you? Good to see you. So if y'all say good morning, I appreciate it. I like to know that you're here. Although I appreciate you even if you don't say a word. Because I tend to be like that sometimes too. Hey, Sherry. How are you? All right. I've got 2 projects lined up, and not too shabby. That's a good answer. I like that. Hey, Sherry. I've got 2 projects lined up. So I've done some prep. I'm using this Dollar General frame on one project, and it's plastic. So I used Dixie Belle bonding boss on it yesterday and let it dry overnight so it'd be ready to go. So I'm gonna first of all paint this, and I'm gonna use burnt umber, and that seems like kind of a funny color for a frame, but I think it's what I want. We'll see. So we'll get this done and drying, and then we'll move on to the second project while this is drying. Hey, Brenda. I hope you guys are having a good day so far. Been pretty good around here. A friend came and brought us some corn on the cob, so that sounds good. The one thing about this Dollar General frame is it's a little easier to paint than some of the others because it doesn't have all the cutouts and all that, so it shouldn't take too long to paint it, but it does take longer than some other things, which is why I wanted to do quite a bit of prep on things so we'd have time. See if I see any comments on Decoupage Central's page. If I don't, that'd be normal. I usually don't see them till later. I don't know why not. Hey, Nikki, thank you. Happy Thursday, and thanks for sprinkling. I love corn on the cob too, and we haven't had any this year. And he has a place that he goes that he always buys. Oh, I can't remember what the name of it is, but it is awesome corn, and it's the only kind he'll buy. So he said last night he was going to go get some this morning, and he did early before I even got in the shower. He was here. So I think I'm going to like this color frame with what I'm going to put in it. I'm not too worried about if I miss and have some gold because I'm going to put gold leaf on it anyway. Hey, Tracy. That's awesome. Hey, Kathy. How are you? And Brenda. I'm glad you caught me live too, girl. I sound squeaky. Oh, heck. It is going to be so hot here today. I bet it is where you are too. Terrible humidity is the big problem. Just like an oven blast when you step outside. For sure. I'll pounce that on to get it down in there. I have not used Bonding Boss before, to tell you the truth. I've used, I don't remember what the old one was that Dixie Belle had in place of it. Is it just Boss? I don't remember. I used to use it, but I had not used this, but Melissa's been bragging on it, so I thought I'd try it. And so far, I think I'm liking it. After this, pouncing this on, it's all straight edges. That'll go fast. All right. Now, I probably should have done the inside of the frame first, had I been thinking, but I did not. I will say, with the Bonding Boss on there, it seems like the paint is covering a lot better. Sometimes it just seems like it just moves around if you don't have something like Bonding Boss on there. And it's doing that a little, but not bad. All right, I think that's pretty well covered. So I'll get my outside edges. And then I'll look at comments real quick because I'm sure I've been missing. I hope y'all are doing well. Today would be a good day to have a swimming pool, but I'm not sorry ours was gone. I probably wouldn't have got in it anyway. Just got this one little edge. Trying to lay it down without getting fingerprints in it. All right. I think it's all covered well enough for the most part. All right, put that in some water. I figured that if I use this jumbo craft stick, I can move it over out of the way to dry without getting thumbprints or fingerprints in it. I'll do that. And there's my cord from my iPad that just touched it. That might have messed it up. No, it's okay. And I've got it right up against my Chromebook, but that's okay. So it's drying pretty fast. So anyway, how is everybody? You were in the pool yesterday, Jeanette? You have a swimming pool, Tracy? Yeah, it kind of quit interesting me a few years ago. And hey, Jeanette in Louisville, all right. There's some water aerobics classes that I like water aerobics, and I wouldn't mind doing it, but I am not putting on a bathing suit in public, guys. I'm just not. All right. I do see a couple of places I've kind of missed. Not kind of, I did miss. Or that it just didn't cover really well on, did all right on the part that has. There. Good enough. Good enough. All right. Good morning, Donna. Another hot one there, Virginia. Yep, it sure is here. It is a hot summer. You'd love a pool, Nikki. It is terribly hot, that's for sure. All right. I am going to use another one of Melissa's cutting boards, Melissa from Junk and Craft Treasures. This one is the largest one. It comes in a set of two. This one, if I measure to the highest part, is I think 16 by 8. Anyway, what I have done so far is, in order to save time, I used water and burnt umber and created a stain and put that on. When that was dry, I put some Fusion Mineral Clear Wax around the edges and a few places in the body. And then I painted it with Folk Art Vintage White. And I'll let that dry, and now I'm going to sand it back a little bit. Because this is a lot of base coating, and I know you guys know how to base coat without sitting and watching me do that for the whole time. But if you have any questions about what I did, just pop them in the comments and I'll answer them later today. I may get sandpaper grit in my brown paint. I guess I'll give it some texture. All right. Well, I need to pick that up so I can sand it back better. All right. That's that. Now, the rice paper that I am going to use is called, I wrote it down because I can't remember, Pumpkin Truck rice paper. And I've tore it back to where I want it. And I'm going to place a piece of frog tape underneath where I want it. All right. And I'll lay it aside. I'm going to use a stencil, buffalo plaid. And that tape will help keep me lined up and help me not get in an area I don't want to. So, although I'm laying this down wrong side, and you can see I didn't clean my stencil. That's okay. It just makes it tougher. Alrighty. I'm going to put a little piece of tape on there to kind of hold that. And I'm going to use Fusion Mineral Paint in Carriage House. Well, come on. I am a faint getting out of the bottle. I thought that would do it, but no. Where are my toothpicks? I just saw them. Here they are. I did clean a lot of the stuff off my table, even though I've still got a ton of stuff on here. Ah, looks like I'm getting some anyway. With the paint out. There it comes. There. That should be more than enough. In fact, that's way too much, I'm sure. Anyway, I'm going to use a small stencil brush. And my shop towel. And we're going to stencil this real quick like. And I thought about doing it green and orange, but I think I'm just going to do green and white. And I use a light circular motion and apply more pressure as I'm using the paint out of my brush, which I'm sure you guys know that, most of you. I got a bristle loose. There we go. I dipped my brush into my puddle of paint and worked it up into the bristles about halfway, is what you want to do. And then offload really good so that you don't have any shiny paint on the outside of your brush. I'm not worried about it whether it's really good coverage or not, because I want it to look old anyway. All right, I'm going to have to move my stencil. And what I want to do is match up with the last vertical row that I did. So my pattern will keep going. Okay, that should get it. And hold it still. Okay, that should, yeah, that's all stenciled. Good deal. Now I'm going to take my tape off and dry that a little bit. Doesn't take much drying because there wasn't much paint. Hey Denise, hey Wayne, good to see you. Hey Cheryl and Lisa, good to see you guys. You're doing a project with scarecrows I used. Oh, I like that. I like those scarecrows. Hey, good morning, Melissa, my sweet friend. I hope you are having a good day at work. The husband's finally putting your windowsills and frames. Ah, in your she shed? Awesome. Which means you had to clean yours out. That's true. That'll be awesome, though, to get in there and play around. All right, I'm going to sand this back just a little bit. Because we're going with a vintage look. I think I almost need to change my sandpaper, but there. Wipe that off. Then I'm going to use, wherever it is, my Penta Art Decoupage varnish and glue. I couldn't spit that out for some reason. Oh, heck. Let's see. You're home with COVID? Oh, no, girl. I hope you don't get really sick with it. That would not be good. Let's see if I missed anything else. Hey, Heather. I don't think I said hi to you, and Gloria and Jenny. Hi, everybody. So terribly hot in Florida, man. I bet it is. Oh. Yeah, I like this board too. Melissa and Terry have good pieces. Love it. All right, a brush. I know that it's not going to cover this entire area, but it is most of it. So I'm just going to put this on all over. Just a sealer. Okay. Pumpkins and vintage trucks are just about perfect for fall, I think. Let's kind of line up where I want it. Just going to smooth it out and make sure all the edges are down tight. I'm liking that a lot. I'm going to dry it. Put on another quick coat as a top coat. Just a light coat, so that it can be cleaned off easily. Like that. I'm going to use that again, so I'm going to leave it out. I'm going to get rid of my paint. Well, no, I'm going to use a little bit more brown paint. I'll hang on to it for just a second. You like it? Oh, you did join in our mystery box group. That's fine. That's good. Good for that. All right, and one last step. I'm going to use, all I gotta do is find it, because I just tend to throw things when I'm done with them, just toss them in there. This is the Ranger Distressed Oxide ink, and this is Vintage Photo. It's my go-to. Just kind of put it around the edges to frame it. And I'll just lightly dirty up my rice paper. So this, you guys, is project number 1. I think it's cute. I hope you like it. And it gives you some inspiration. I'll lay it aside for now. Let's see, I'm done with Distressed Oxide. I'm going to get this back. I see a few places I need to touch up. Just a few places there. That place there, I got some down in there. Sure, I've got my edges good. Because I didn't. None of my edges were covered good enough to suit me. All right, now it looks good enough. I'm going to dry it, get rid of my paint. Scoot this back over. Okay, I'm going to use some Rub and Buff in Antique Gold. And I'm going to use a old makeup brush to put it on with. A little goes a long way. I'll put a little on the inside of the frame. Okay, dry that a little. Okay, that feels dry. I'm going to use a piece of rice paper. It's an A4 size. This is called Fall in Kentucky. Isn't that pretty? I'm going to use the wagon with the pumpkins, I think. So cut that out. The one with the old church on it's really pretty too. Hard to decide which to use. Hello, Pam. You can't wait for some fall weather. I'm with you. So many ideas in so little time. I hear you, girl. And I'm retired, but it seems like all we do is run to appointments or some sort of thing. All right, so this is the one I'm going to use. And I could use a 5x7 canvas, but I'm just going to use this insert that came with the frame. I'm not going to use this side because it's really slick. I'll just paint this side a quick coat of white so it'll lighten up my rice paper. I could put this on a paper plate, and I should, but there's not much left in the bottle, so I don't care if this is covered real good. I just want it to be a lighter background against my rice paper. Feel like I got something on my face. Okay. I'm going to dry this real quick. That's right, it isn't for once, that's for sure. Thank you, Nikki. All right, now my decoupage varnish and glue. This really looks like fall. So pretty. And I personally am so ready. I love the fall colors and the feelings. I like sweatshirt weather. Right. Take off the excess. Needing to put some new sandpaper on my sander. Love this rice paper. It's so pretty. Okay, another light coat of Mod Podge. If I can get the paper off my fingers. And I don't know why I put that brush in the water, but I did. Dry this and put it in the frame and we will be done. All right. This over. And you could use a 5x7 canvas board, or I think it probably actually takes I don't know. You could use a 5x7 or a 4x6. I'm not sure which it requires, but you could do that and then change things out in your frame. Okay, so there's that. Doesn't that look like foil? Foil. Fall. How about fall, not foil? Hey, Mary, how are you? Oh, that's fine, Lisa. That is fine. So that's our second project, and this one was the first. So I hope you guys like these. Thanks for joining me. I always appreciate it. I appreciate your support, and thank you, Mary. Thank you, thank you. I love you guys, and I will see you later. Have a good rest of your week and a good weekend. Bye-bye.